The story begins with the protagonist grappling with the recent loss of their grandmother and the daunting task of sorting through her belongings. This sets the stage for their vulnerability and emotional fragility, making them susceptible to the horror that unfolds. The initial fear is palpable, stemming from the unsettling atmosphere of the old house and the discovery of their grandfather's disturbing journal. Despite their initial fear, the protagonist is driven by curiosity. The unsettling contents of the journal compel them to investigate the hidden chamber in the basement, demonstrating a degree of recklessness and a willingness to confront the unknown, even at great personal risk. This curiosity, while understandable, ultimately contributes to their escalating terror. As the story progresses, the protagonist's fear intensifies. The encounter with their grandfather's ghostly form in the basement and subsequent encounters transform their initial fear into a profound and debilitating terror. Their despair is evident in their inability to sleep, their constant hypervigilance, and their growing sense of isolation and helplessness. Despite the overwhelming terror, the protagonist displays a surprising degree of resilience. After the initial terrifying encounters, they don't simply succumb to fear and despair. The discovery and use of the pocket watch suggest a spark of determination to fight back against the supernatural threat, even if it's just a small act of defiance. The protagonist isn't a purely innocent victim. Their curiosity and recklessness contribute to the unfolding horror. This adds a layer of complexity to their character, making them more relatable and less of a stereotypical damsel in distress. The old, dusty attic was a haven for forgotten things. Each creak of the floorboards sent shivers down my spine as I sifted through boxes of forgotten toys and faded photographs. My grandmother, now gone, had left me this house, and I was tasked with sorting through her belongings. I reached into a box marked Grandfather's Things and pulled out a small leather-bound journal. It was worn and cracked, the pages yellowed with age. As I opened it, a musty scent filled the air, and a chill ran down my spine. The handwriting was elegant, precise, but the words were chilling. My grandfather had documented his experiments, his obsession with the occult. He spoke of summoning spirits, of rituals performed under the full moon, of a hidden door in the basement where he kept his subjects. My heart pounded in my chest. I had to see this hidden door. I raced downstairs, the creaking of the old stairs echoing in the silence. In the dimly lit basement, I found a section of the wall that felt different, almost warm. With trembling hands, I pushed against it, and the wall swung open, revealing a dark, damp chamber. Inside, I saw a wooden table covered with candles, strange symbols drawn in chalk, and a single rusted chair. The air was thick with an oppressive feeling, and I felt a presence, a cold gaze upon me. I reached for a candle, its flame flickering in the darkness. As I lit the room, I saw it, a figure, hunched and skeletal, chained to the wall. Its eyes, glowing red in the candlelight, stared at me with an intensity that made my blood run cold. It was my grandfather, but twisted, corrupted, a hollow shell of the man I had known. I screamed, dropping the candle. The flame extinguished, plunging the chamber into darkness. I stumbled back, my heart hammering against my ribs. I ran, fleeing the house, the chilling laughter of my grandfather echoing in my ears. The attic, the journal, the basement, all of it was gone. The house was empty, silent, but the image of my grandfather, the chilling laughter, remained. I was left with the terrifying realization that the horror was not just in the past, but in the present, and perhaps in the future. And I was never truly alone.